G'day everyone, Tempo here, and welcome back to the TD Project. In this episode, well, not so much episode, more of a public service announcement. In this video, I'm going to be explaining and discussing how I want to make a comeback with the TD Project. So if you've been keeping up to date with my YouTube channel and its respective Facebook page, you would have noticed that I haven't actually produced or uploaded any kind of content in the last 6 months. For that, I apologize. I needed to put the project on an indefinite hiatus, which lasted a lot longer than I thought it was going to, and due to the current circumstances, I feel like it's time I put myself back out there, revitalize this channel, and let's keep this TD project going. So, while the production quality of my videos will change a bit, as I'm sure you've already witnessed through this video, I would like to try and keep the format of my videos the same as I did in the past. And maybe not, but in the future I might potentially further streamline my process by live streaming through YouTube. That may not happen. At the moment, I'm currently attempting to just make all these videos in a single take, which will save me in editing, and I feel like just by me talking in a mostly unscripted fashion, what I have to say then comes out as more raw and genuine, and it minimizes the time I spend editing and streamlines my process. If I then move into live streaming my videos, this then saves me the whole editing and uploading of videos for YouTube, so the video's already up there because I just live streamed it. So may or may not look into that, we'll see how we go, but for now, yep, making a comeback, and I want to revitalize this channel, and I'd welcome you and invite all of you guys to join me for the ride. Also want to use this video as an opportunity to explain where I plan to take the channel, certain directions I want to go in. So previously started on my driving vlog. I want to further expand on that, further explain rules people are breaking, whether intentionally or inadvertently, because people don't actually know what the driving rules are. How drivers are inadvertently causing more traffic because people simply can't drive in an efficient manner. And I want to then expand that into another series, which I'm planning to call my car vlog, unless you or I come up with a better name in the future. This will then look at cars on a more individualistic level in terms of car ownership, car maintenance that I feel everyone should know, looking after your car, as well as different aspects of car culture and what's happening with cars and manufacturers in Australia, around the world, what's happening with regards to cars. I want to further expand on another series which I previously started, my teaching vlog, further expand into my experiences as a teacher and my insights on how schools, teachers and students function together directly and indirectly. I want to talk about the relevancy of what gets taught in schools, and also what is getting implicitly taught, because there's a lot of things that schools and teachers teach students, or we attempt to teach them anyway, which is not in actual curriculums, but I'll get there when I get there. You'll see what I mean in future videos. We try to teach students things which we indirectly teach them without them actually knowing it. Well, it's more so like behaviors and attitudes, but you'll understand more when I get there. And I also want to talk about certain student demographics or student groups. For example, I plan to make a video discussing the implications of having ADHD and how that impacts students and the school environment. May or may not create other vlog series in the future, but I will be doing a lot of individual or standalone videos. I will be talking about stuff like different movies, TV shows. I'm going to be explaining the problem with movie franchises completely ignoring their original films, and how if you looked at the last film in their franchise, it has nothing to do with the original film. My main example will be the Fast and Furious franchise. I have a real huge beef with the Fast and Furious franchise. Speaking of which, a future video will be me explaining why the drift races in Tokyo Drift don't make sense. And that always bothered me since I first seen the movie in cinemas way back. The drift races, if you think about it a little bit deeper than its superficial level that's proposed in the movie, the drift races don't make sense. I'll explain that in another video. I want to talk about some board games that I like, some board games that I don't like. One video I will be focusing on Monopoly, which is an alright game, but the problem with Monopoly is that most people don't know what the actual rules are, and all the house rules that people play with, which they believe are the real rules, actually make the game worse. Like if you played by the rulebook, the game would improve significantly, but no one knows what the rules are. Everyone plays with these house rules and they all make the game significantly worse. I want to talk about other stuff. I'll be talking about anime. I like anime, for example. I'll touch in base on different animes, what makes sense, what doesn't make sense in different anime, and I want to cover the misconception that anime is for kids, and I'm also going to touch on the topic that some people prefer to watch the subs over the dubs, vice versa. I'm going to touch base on that. I'm also going to touch base on more serious issues and topics pressing our society, one of which will be including feminism. I'll be talking about environments, I'll be talking about protests, what else? Something that's been on my mind for the longest time and I hope to discuss on this channel in the future will be the implications of legalizing illicit drugs and pill testing. Like this, I feel from a pure logic standpoint, pill testing does not make sense, but that's just me, and I hope you hear me out when I do eventually get around to making that video. So, as you can see, I've got a lot of ideas, and all these ideas, all these thoughts, opinions, they're just been thrown around in my head and kind of doing my head in. So I thought, let's use this channel as a means to get all my thoughts out there. A little bit of a therapy session for me, get my thoughts out there, have a chat with you guys, and I want to put these issues and topics out there. I want you guys to discuss them with me. Use my Facebook page, use this YouTube channel, comment on the videos. Let's get some discussion happening. I want some social discourse. Let's get some discussion, arguments. There will be arguments, but I wanted to keep in a friendly and civil manner. Might even do a video about how to argue in a friendly and civil manner, and how being an idiot in your argument, like being a rude arsehole, actually undermines all your arguments. That may or may not be a future video. Let me know what you think. And yeah, so cap off, the TD project is back. I'm going to attempt to make more content, upload more content more regularly. I've told you guys where I plan to go, and we will see where we go from there. In the meantime, if you think you're interested in this, feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, get notified, be kind, rewind, do all that jazz, and yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one.